Tonight on San Diego's Scene, we'll travel to North County to meet a woman who was once an important part of the beat generation in San Diego, Carlsbad's own Sheila Tamale.
We'll also examine what may be turning out to be the hottest new art forgery scandal to hit San Diego since our last show. Is this man a true artist, or just another shark preying on the chum we like to call tourism?
And later on the show, we'll laugh it up with the wild and crazy humor of the hottest new comedy show on cable TV, the Cajon Zone.
Good evening. Welcome to San Diego Scene. We're jogging in fashionable La Jolla.
That's right, Sue. And you know, doctors now agree that jogging is one of the stupidest things that you can do to your body. Hi, I'm Rick Barton.
And I'm Sue Hart. Let's start out tonight's show by traveling up to North County to meet one woman who really put the heartbeat into one of San Diego's oldest and most famous beat generation coffee houses. That woman is Sheila Tamale of the Bongo Palace.
Looking at Sheila Tamale today, you'd never think it was in the late 50s that her Bongo Palace coffee shop drew some of the beat generation's brightest talents to San Diego. Mr. Tambourine Man himself, Bob Dylan, lunched daily at the Bongo Palace when he was living on Saranac Street in La Mesa.
Bobby came in a lot during his tambourine phase. He wrote a lot about tambourines, Tambourine Man, Tambourine Girl, me and my tambourine. He still owes me $1.25 for a chicken bagel and coffee, triple sugar.
Sheila opened the Bongo Palace in 1949 after winning an old donut shop franchise in a dogfight gambling payoff. With a little money left over from her GI loan, Sheila turned Rollin' in the Donuts into the Bongo Palace, attracting the biggest names in beat poetry.
Jack Kerouac was in here a lot. In fact, he liked being here so well that he wrote a poem about my coffee. Coffee being elixir of love, steaming hot in my mug. Sheila's coffee's the best. Sheila's coffee beats all the rest. Oh, that Jack was a genius. He really was.
Jack Kerouac wasn't the only celebrity to be attracted to the Bongo Palace. Big names like Andy Warhol, Mick Jagger, and even John Wayne would put aside philosophical differences for a fun-filled night at Sheila's Coffee House.
One night, Allen Ginsberg and John Wayne got in a fist fight over who would pick up a $128 tab of whiskey and cappuccino. But before Enrico and I could get in here and break it up, they were smiling and shaking hands. Ginsberg agreed that maybe the commies were up to no good. And the Duke agreed that maybe Kennedy was not such a bad guy after all. The Bongo Palace was just a place where you couldn't stay mad very long.
Sheila's glory days lasted until 1965. The San Diego Vice Squad closed down Bongo Palace after receiving an anonymous tip that Sheila was baking chocolate chip cookies without the little chocolate chips in them.
Stay with us to find out if you'd be able to spot an art phony. One Arizona couple sure wishes they could have.
Hello! I'm not Jackie Stewart, even though I play one on TV! And when you're a hotshot race car driver like I am, you can't let a headache keep your mind off the road. That's why I use new Pain Away from International Research Services. Pain Away contains butazolidine. That's what allows a horse with 3 broken legs to win the Kentucky Derby. And when you need to win your own Kentucky Derby, use new Pain Away from IRS. Take it from me. Not Jackie Stewart! Nice signal, jerk!
Pain Away, new from IRS.
Women drivers.
When you feel like a horse with 3 broken legs.
Welcome back to San Diego Scene. Rick and I are still jogging in La Jolla.
You know, Sue, art forgery is now one of the trendiest scams to hit San Diego. And there's one Arizona couple who now wishes they'd gone to Hawaii last summer when their San Diego dream vacation turned into a nightmare from hell.
If you think you're looking at genuine Picasso artwork, you're right. But not by Pablo Picasso. Rather, it's the work of Chester Picasso, a local artist who legally changed his name from Wilson to Picasso, only to find himself in hot water thanks to the efforts of Myron and Sylvia Oberstfuhr, who claim they were bilked out of over $5,000 by Chester Picasso while vacationing in San Diego last June.
I was here in my very high-class gallery, Picasso's R Us, doing a little creative financing. When in walks this couple looking to invest in a little bit of artwork. So naturally I steers them over to some of my finer pieces. They starts admiring the merchandise. Now they were noticing how some of the paintings were signed, so they asked me, are these original Picassos? Now seeing how my name is Picasso, legal-like, and seeing how I sign these, well naturally I say yes. So the husband says, Sylvia, pay the man. The next thing I know is she's cut me a check for $2.5 grand each for a pair of these works. And they go walking out of here as happy as larks. The next thing I know is I'm the alleged guilty party in a class action suit, like I'm some kind of felon.
The Oberstfuhrs took what they believed were genuine Pablo Picasso masterpieces back with them to Arizona, where Myron's a successful video dating service.
I took one of the paintings, Space Shuttle at Dawn, and hung it up down at the office, while Sylvia kept the Hall & Oates portrait at home in our den.
It was during our first block party when we started noticing the strange reactions of our friends when we showed off our paintings.
Yeah, a lot of laughing behind our backs. Boy, we really felt stupid.
Well, it wasn't me who said, Sylvia, pay the man.
The Oberstfuhrs filed a $60 million lawsuit against Picasso's R Us, Chester Picasso, the city of San Diego, and the governor of California.
Look, they wanted a Picasso, and that's what they got. Hey, I'm not God. I can't help it if they don't read on the dotted line. Geez, give me a break.
While the Oberstfuhr's lawsuit is still pending, Chester Picasso has decided to avoid a similar misunderstanding by once more legally changing his name.
In fact, Chester has just opened a new art gallery down in National City called Rembrandt's R Us.
We'll be right back, Sue, with a look at that zany new cable TV comedy, The Cajon Zone.
In the rugged and bygone days of the Wild West, a man didn't always have time to shave with a safety razor. Howdy, I'm not a real cowboy, even though I play one on TV.
Hi, I'm not Sue Hart.
And I'm not Rick Martin, and this is not San Diego Scene. Guess what, not Sue?
What now, Rick?
I forgot.
Freeze, hairball.
She's a hot cop with a grudge.
Freeze, dog breath.
Sylvia Oberstfuhr is mom cop. First they slashed her flag, now they slashed her tires.
Freeze, dog hair.
The city's crooks can't stop her. City Hall won't even try. She's mom cop. She's not a chick to hassle with in this sensitive portrayal of one woman's fight to get the garbage off the street. She's mom cop. Mom cop. She's pregnant and she's pissed. And she's got a badge. And a gun. She's mom cop. In the rugged and bygone days of ancient Egypt, life along the river Nile could be a miserable and dangerous one. When the mighty river wasn't drying up, it was flooding, and when it wasn't flooding, it was drying up. As the French explorer Arc de Triomphe wrote in 1759, "The river, she is just like a woman." Even today, the most prominent scientists and historians agree with Monsieur de Triomphe, though many are not quite sure what the Frenchie was driving at.
You know, in these rugged and bygone days of ancient Egypt, life along the river Nile can be a miserable and dangerous one. Honey, how are those steaks doing?
I can't get the charcoal to work.
Women, huh? You know, sometimes this old river reminds me of a woman. A sleek and beautiful woman. Oh, yeah.
Can't we just cancel? You know how much I hate barbecues.
Well, as you know, Rick, the pharaohs held these annual barbecues in celebration of the flooding of the Nile.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, and tonight we'll be traveling to this fabulous and ancient Egypt in order to take part in this ancient and mystifying ritual.
Honey, are you okay?
Yes, Rick. And as you know...
Stop talking like that?
We'll be right back after these messages.
You get out of here.
I'm ready to tell you about our new weight loss program.
Get out of here.
We'll be right back.
You guys, too! Geez, talk about taking your work home with you. We'll be right back.
Well, tonight, Rick, we're here at the fabulous...
Come on, let's go! Which way you going, laddie? Quick, run for your life!
And tonight we'll take a look at the world of professional auto racing.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. What you all know, it's been a pretty slow summer. And the pickings this week have been pretty slim, but it'll have to do. Now, what is my first bid for this beautiful, half-eaten Big Mac? It's a quarter-pound of solid beef. Look at these buns.
2 gnarly cigarette butts.
2 cigarette butts? 2 cigarette butts? Well, I could get those from Mr. Buckwald here. I need more than 2 cigarette butts. Why, look at this. It's still got the pickle.
2 cigarette butts?
And last Sunday's comics. Ah, give me a break. Not even the Sunday comics will keep a man warm this winter. Now, what am I really bid?
1 full half a cigarette and a pint of old smoky.
Sold to the man in the corner. Thank you very much, sir.
Freeze, hairballs, this is a raid.
Oh, Jack, I'm so scared.
The name's Rick, and who are you?
I'm Baby Oh Baby, the love interest.
Did you bring my hat?
You know I did.
Way to go, Dollface. Now listen and listen good. You've got to deliver a message to the Chinaman on Bush Street. His name's Hung Lo, and he's got a beard.
Oh, Jack, you know how I feel about you.
The name's not Jack, and this is no time for mud wrestling. Now make like a drum and beat it.
Hi, I'm looking for Hung Lo, the Chinaman.
That's me.
You're Chinese?
Yeah.
Where's your beard?
Right.
Ah, you really are Hung Lo.
Thanks. Do you have a message for me?
Right, this is from Jack Special, the famous TV detective.
You mean Rick Martin, the famous San Diego Scene talk show host?
Whatever.
Wait a minute. He says here he really is Jack Special, the famous private TV detective, only posing as Rick Martin while on the run from the mob. Ah, so.
The jig is up, Hung Lo. You had me fooled there for a minute. But a Chinaman would never say, I saw, a Japanese expression. What's really your game, mister, or should I say, comrade?
You are one hot fidgety mama bimbo imperialist. Ah, just the way I like 'em. Caesar, comrade!
There's this guy, you see, and he's got this thing, you see, and he's doing this thing with his thing, you know, and you see, and there's this thing. Hold on one second. Yes?
Is a whip man around? Tell him Jackie Poo's here.
He's at lunch right now.
When will he be back?
Not till after you rescue Baby Oh Baby from the KGB thugs at Hung Lo's Laundry.
Gee. Thanks, pal. Ew. Never mind. Really.
Well, anyway, like I was saying...
Talk! 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 All right, not Hung Lo. Drop the Black & Decker.
Jack!
The jig is up, my fine pinko friend. This laundry is surrounded by a Marine Corps rifle squad, and I don't think they're here to have their shorts pressed.
The joke's on you, you pitiful excuse for a detective. My comrade here is not only a paid-up party member, but he is also a master at the art of jiu-jitsu.
Kung Fu.
Right. Seize him, Raul.
Look, I'm really sorry about this and all, and I hope there's no hard feelings, but...
No, none at all. Kerchang, kerchang!
Nice shooting, Jack.
His name's Rick.
Oh, Jack, is this what love is?
Sonny Solomon, and you're watching the Sonny Solomon Show. Yeah!
My baby does the hanky-panky. Yeah, my baby does the hanky-panky. My baby does the hanky-panky. My baby does the hanky-panky. Hey, my baby does the hanky-panky.
Today's show is sponsored by the Huachuca City High School Fighting Salamanders.
Go Salamanders! Yay! Yeah! And if you want your officially sanctioned group or organization featured on the Sonny Solomon Show, just send $15 to Sonny Solomon's Rockin' Clam Bake, care of KZZY-TV, Huachuca, Arizona 85258. Yeah! Now, our first band this morning has come all the way from Phosphate City. Let's give a big hand to the Rhythm Aces. Yeah!
Well, we were cruising on by, doing 125 on an evening in the summer of 1965. Well, we saw the trees flash as we went whizzing past, but we didn't see the semi and there was a crash. Disco Bambino, where are you now? To live without you, I don't know how. Disco Bambino, please come back to me. Ever since you've been gone, I've been living in a tree. Well, to get me back home, the police dropped me off alone on a morning in the summer of 1965. Well, my dad was real mad when he saw me come in, but he didn't see the gun as I shot him. Disco Bambino, look what you've done. My life has been ruined, it's no longer fun. Disco Bambino, my mom is real mad. I'm going to jail and to her I failed. Disco Bambino, Disco Bambino, Disco Bambino, Disco Bambino, Disco Bambino, Disco Bambino, Disco Bambino. Now I'm free, no one's bothering me out here in the jungle, 1973. But my problem is this, I've got no one to kiss except the monkeys and the tigers and the orangutans. Disco Bambino, 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 yeah!
Yeah! What a great job! And can you believe they wrote that song themselves? Well, let's meet the band, and first of all, let's find out who they are. You are...
Douglas L. Johnson.
And you?
Robbie Richards.
And on the drums.
Bobby Richards.
And finally, the lead singer, you are...
Jim Morrison.
Oh, Jim, what a fantastic job. Now tell me, how did you and your band get started?
Well, first me and Robbie got together, and then his friend Doug came, and then Bobby came from California, and that's how we got a drummer.
Wow, from California. Tell me, do you kind of like those hippin' trippin' sounds of San Francisco, or are you kind of into the groovin' tuvin' sounds of Los Angeles, or, as they say in California, L.A.?
Well, mostly I was in marching band, and Wisconsin's got a pretty good beat.
Well, that's fantastic! Tell me something, Jim. Where are you headed next?
Well, we're going to be at the Phosphate City High School Uranium Day Dance, and tickets are 75 cents unless you have a Tri-County high school ID, and they're 50 cents, and it starts at 5:30.
Well, you guys are going places that can...
I'd like to say hi to my mom and my dad, and to my Aunt Gloria, and to all the gang down at the Main Street McDonald's.
Yeah!
Say hi to people.
Yeah, we can! All right, we'll be right back. But you stay tuned, because we're going to have a special treat coming up next for all you Sonny Solomon lovers.
I'd like to say hi to my mom and dad, and my Aunt Jane.
Yeah!
Next week on San Diego Scene, we'll be taking a look at the dangers of Grand Prix auto racing. Until then, I'm Sue Hart.
And I'm not Jackie Stewart.
See ya!
Yeah! Now, Bobby, as I understand it, you've just moved here to Arizona from California.
Yes, Mr. Solomon?
And I guess you're going to show us some of the latest surfing techniques.
Yeah?
Now, could you tell us just about how long you have been surfing?
Well, I don't surf myself, but I heard a lot about it at school, and I didn't, I saw, Endless Summer, 16 times when my Uncle is driving.
Well, that sounds just fantastic. Let's go to it. Yeah!
Cowabunga!
Yeah!
Take the last train to Pottsville and I'll meet you at the station. You can be here by 4:30, 'cause I'll made your reservation, don't be slow. No, 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 no. 'Cause I'm leaving in the morning, and I must see you again. We'll have one more night together, till the morning brings my train and I must go. No, 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 no. And I don't know if I'm ever coming home. Take the last train to Foxville, I'll be waiting at the station. We'll have time for party, belated kisses, and a bit of conversation. No, 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 no. Take the last train to Clarksville. Now I must hang up the phone. I can hear you in this noisy railroad station. All alone I'm feeling low. No, no, no. No, no, no. And I don't know if I'm ever coming home. Take the last train to Clarksville and I'll meet you at the station. You can be here by 4:30, 'cause I made your reservation. Don't be slow.
No. Hello, I'm Sam Hill, the executive producer of the Cajon Zone and acting president of You Guys Productions, the company that brings you such fine programming as the Cajon Zone, It's Time for Tolstoy, and Celebrity Saliva. I'd like to get serious for a minute, folks. You know, last year, in the wake of all those gruesome films we watched from Africa and saw on the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather, we were bombarded by mega events like Band-Aid, Live Aid, and even Farm Aid. Not to forget all the million zillion other aid benefits, including the poignant AIDS aid. You know, those fellas sure can dance, can't they? But there was one group all those aid people missed. The starving artists. That's right, the starving artists. You know, I know we've all seen their commercials, but have we ever done anything about it? No. Those artists are still starving. Take my friend Derek here, for instance. Derek used to weigh in at 310 easy. But now, what do you weigh, son?
150.
150? It's a crying shame. And we at You Guys and the Cajon Zone have decided to do something about it. So keep your eyes peeled for our upcoming telethon, Art Aid. Keep the dream alive. It'll be a fun-filled half hour of joy, laughter, sadness, as we all, you all, fight the good fight to keep those starving artists from starving. You'll be entertained by such Cajon Zone celebrities as Dirk Winchester, Jack Special, Mr. Winky, and it'll all be hosted by our very own Sonny Solomon. Yeah! Come on, folks. These starving artists are starving like crazy. Let's do something about it. Let's keep the dream alive.
Art Aid, the Keep the Dream Alive telethon, coming soon to the Cajon Zone and this station.
Quit whining. It's only a joke.
You gotta listen to me, Nick. Have I ever steered you wrong before? I have got a group of the hottest comedy acts this side of the Tijuana River. Some of the funniest comedy you've ever seen since my sister Gloria married Freddie Figueroa. That's a joke, Nick. Nick, these acts are going to have them lining up outside, I swear to God. They are hilarious. On one hand, you've got Sammy Sunshine, only the funniest comedian to step outside the Chester Chaplin School of Fine Comedy. On the other hand, you've got a comedy trio that is on top of the trendiest social issues, hot off the presses at CBS TV News with Dan Mather. And on the other hand, you've got the amazing Osborne, comedian. This kid is the cream deli crop. He's hip, he's with it, he's smart. Boy, is he smart. The critics are going to say Nick Tremolo has backed a winner when they see these acts that I, Chester Chaplin, have brought to you, my friend, Nick Tremolo.
Not interested, Chaplin.
Not interested? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Wasn't it me who brought you Skeeter Wilson, the high voice? Wasn't it me who brought you Benny Puma and his wacky orangutans? Wasn't it me who brought you Miss Goodbody and her walking windmills? Hubba, Nick.
They stunk, Chaplin.
Sure they stunk, Nick. That's why I brought them to you. I mean, I was saving the best for last. I mean, I didn't want to introduce them all to you at the same time, you know? I sort of had to slide them into you. I slid them into you, Nick. It's a basic principle in comedy management. The hippest agents are using it these days. I mean, what's it gonna take for you to see these people I brought for you? This Sammy Sunshine, little Sammy Sunshine, he took a day off from his job at the puppy orphanage to come down here today.
Puppy orphanage?
Puppy orphanage. Poor homeless puppies, Nick. You know what he does to the puppies? What? He pets them, Nick. He pets the puppies. 8 hours a day, 6.5 days a week, $3.75 an hour, minus my own 10%, of course. He pets the puppies.
He pets the puppies?
What do you say, Nick?
Sammy, here, hey! It's Sammy Sunshine, or at least it was sunshine last time I checked. Hey, welcome to the Laugh Hole. Hey, we're gonna have some fun tonight, folks. Yeah! Well, let me see here. Let's see what we're. Yeah, I got a joke for you. Yeah. Okay, you see this guy? Yeah, there's this guy, and this other guy comes up to him. See, and no. There's these two guys, and they're walking along the street, and this other guy comes up to him, and this other guy, it doesn't matter, it's not a funny joke anyway. Here, let's do something else here, yeah. Hey, professional entertainment at its best, yeah. Okay, so let's talk about visual effects. Hey, prop, here, we got a prop right here. Hey, folks, let's do some blood. Oh, hey, yeah! Scope! Oh, hey! Anything you find around the house can be funny! Yeah! All right! Hey, we having some fun! I tell you, I don't know what to do! Hey, it's Mike. Glad to meet you, Mike. Nice to see you. What? Hey, he doesn't talk much, does he? He's got a good ear, though. Ah! Oh, no. Hey, what's wrong with you people? Don't you have a clue? Don't you know what's going on? These mics are pointing at me. What am I gonna do? No. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. I got pet fur on me. Oh, it's terrible. I was the worst performance my entire life. I forgot my first line. How could you be on like that?
You gotta be positive. You gotta be a go-getter.
Oh! Look, Chairman, when do I go on?
Later, baby, later.
Look, I'm getting bored. I need something to read.
Read this.
Uncle Chester, I don't feel so good.
Here, try some of these.
What is it?
Hospital candy. Marvelous. Okay. He gets a little excited sometimes, but he'll be fine in front of a real audience, I promise you.
He stinks, Chaplin.
Okay.
I can see you're a man of fine taste, Nick. You're not a man to be trifled with. The kid could use a little more work, but hey, I'll be the first one to admit it.
Forget it, pal. He's a stink burger, a real egg layer. Why, my nephew could do better comedy than that 3 times a day in his diapers. I can't use him.
But Nick, he's been polishing that act since March.
Forget it, Chaplain. I need people who've been polished since January. 1952.
Okay, Nick, don't worry. I got plenty more where he came from.
That's what's got me worried.
Coming this fall from You Guys Productions is a show that's so good it's gonna clear your sinuses. He's handsome, he drives a cool car, and he's got a suit just like the guy on Miami Vice. He's Winchester NJ.
Come on, you gotta wear the mouse ears. Sorry, Annette. Duty calls. What's up, BJ?
Oh, Dirk, I'm so glad you're here. It's Mr. Special down in room 1175. He's barked all over the place.
Okay, baby, I'll take care of it.
It's near Junction 8.
Dirk Winchester. He's a night janitor. It's got all the sex and action and sex that's needed to make a great, big, juicy hit.
This time, Nick, you have got a hit on your hands. I am not kidding you. I mean, Nick, have I ever steered you wrong before? Never. Once. Maybe twice. 3 or 4 times at the most, but those 5 times was the only 6 times I have ever steered you wrong. Am I right? Now, this next act I'm bringing for you, this is guaranteed box office. These kids are hot. They are hot. They're called the Nuclear Disarmament Through Comedy Trio. And boy, they are trendy, they are hip. The chick, she's into this whole woman's lib thing. You know, I am woman, I am funny, however the hell that song went. I was never into that radical crap. But the rest of them, this is great. She is going to be fantastic. She will floor you.
I don't want nothing on the floors, Chaplain. And I don't want nobody in this show taking their clothes off. I run a family organization here.
She don't take her clothes off, Nick. She don't. Unless you wanted to. It can be arranged, Nick.
What about the others?
Nah, the others don't take their clothes off. Oh, I get it, Nick. The others. That was real funny. Now, you see, like, this other guy, he's in the group. He's like a laser physicist at TRW. He makes $65,000 a week. He quit his job, and now he's on the comedy circuit, and he's got a message to tell the world that will crack you up.
What about the other guy?
What other guy?
The other guy. It's a trio, ain't it? All I know for now is for a duet.
The other guy, he's not important, Nick.
What do you mean not important? It's a trio, ain't it? What about the other guy?
All right, so the other guy is my sister Gloria's kid, David. I mean, he quit his job at Safeway, and now he wants to jump on the comedy circuit. Okay already?
Show me the trio.
Hi, I'm Tracy.
And I'm Scott. And I'm Dave. And we're the Nuclear Disarmament Through Comedy Trio. We take suggestions from our audience. We improvise.
Watch this. Do the doctor's office.
Okay. I'm the patient. I don't feel too well. I'm worried about mankind's survivability factor in a nuclear winter.
And I'm the doctor, and I'm here to help people without nuclear weapons.
And I'm the desk.
The desk isn't funny.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Doctor, doctor, I have a sense of nuclear foreboding guilt. Plus, it hurts when I do this.
Well, don't do this. And talk to your congressman about the threat of nuclear weapons.
That's improvised. Do a cow driving a car. Okay. I'm a cow. Moo. And I'm the car. Beep, beep.
And I'm the concerned pedestrian worried about the buildup of nuclear arms.
Moo. Beep, beep. Go on, do the rest. But that's all you taught us, Mr. Chaplain.
A natural born comedian, Nick. Hey, kids, do something really funny.
What? Do Aunt Minnie and the Coca-Cola salesman. Oh, my God! Not Aunt Minnie and the Coca-Cola salesman.
I told you, Chaplain, I run a family organization here.
Okay, screw Aunt Minnie.
Yeah, do something with puppies.
Yeah, do something with puppies.
We don't know puppies. Improvise.
I mean, make it up as we go along.
We can't do that.
Oh, what a kiddo. Go on, improvise puppies.
Hi, I'm a little girl, and I've lost my puppy. His name's Brandy.
And I'm a shoe salesman. And nuclear weapons have got me all worked up about something. And I'm... you're the puppy. I'm the puppy. Bow wow.
Oh, I've lost my puppy. I don't know where it is.
Hello, little girl. Do you need some sneakers?
I've lost my puppy, Mr. Shoe Salesman.
I've seen him. He was melted in an atomic experiment. All right.
What? Hold it. Listen, Chaplain, you call that comedy? That's the saddest thing I ever heard. I run a comedy club here. I don't want no puppies in atomic tests. Now, get out of here.
But Nick, baby.
I said out.
Hey kids, stay tuned next week for the Mr. Winky Show. Join Mr. Winky and the whole Winky World family. Aunt Flossie, Captain Courteous, Bunny Bunny, and Sammy the Bear. Learn how to fire the new Uzi submachine gun. Plus a special visit from the KKK. See ya.
What the hell's happening with him?
You shouldn't have given him all that candy, Mr. Chaplain. Too much sugar on an excited tummy causes gastronomical upset.
Let's give him mouth to mouth. Okay. Oh, God.
I found this kid living in garbage cans down in Pacific Beach, Nick. Garbage cans, can you believe it? But look, now with a haircut and a fine set of threads, he's a new person. By the way, you like the material, you can go down to my brother-in-law Minnie's place. You get your discount.
Get on with it, Chaplain.
Okay, so anyway, he's like he talks, this kid's got a comedy of the streets, dig? He's like the Lenny Bruce, you know, a cross between Lenny Bruce and Jack Kerouac.
Lenny Bruce?
The Lenny Bruce of the 80s, Nick. Yeah, you know, it'd be great. Watch this.
Hello, my name's Jeff Tiedemann. They asked me to say a few words, come out and tell something about my life. They said that that would be funny enough, so I guess I decided to do that. I went to school. I'm a recent graduate of San Diego State University. There I studied English. I was hoping that literature and philosophy would help me find a high-paying job. I'm serious. It doesn't qualify you for anything in this world. Around the English department, we refer to it as pre-unemployment. It's pretty bad. I wound up doing all the inevitable things. I was a film critic for a while. That was a disaster. I reviewed that recent movie that Spielberg and Roman Polanski co-directed. Spielberg brought out the child in you, and then Roman Polanski molested it. That was not a good movie. And then there's that kinky takeoff on Stephen King movies, Cujo Meets Carrie. It's just a real mess. It was sick. That pretty much drove me out of that entire racket. I don't know, being sort of, if I do say so myself, intellectual, makes it a little bit hard to relate to the people around you. It's a decidedly non-intellectual world. I think we can agree to that. I was talking to a lady in the crowd. We were discussing a bit of Greek philosophy, and she thought that Plato was one of the characters up at Disneyland with a collar around his neck. She wasn't really with it. She thought the Socratic method was a form of birth control. I mean, how can you even talk to people like that? I'll bet I'm the only one in the whole room who knows that postmodernism isn't a type of cereal. So it's tough. I hate to say that it's sort of, well, it made me lose confidence in myself, and I experimented with drugs a little bit, like a lot of people, you know, like the entire nation. Let's face it, we went crazy for a while there, and there was some stuff going on. I mean, of course, there's experiments and there's experiments. In my own case, it was, how much pot can one man smoke before his lungs are declared a toxic waste site? And I think I pretty much hit that point. But, I mean, as bad as pot is, it's not as bad as cocaine. We know about that. Whew. Talk about the rise in cocaine. I mean, you read all these news stories, cocaine bust, people trying to bring in hundreds of pounds. But see, I've traced it back. I've done a bit of study on the subject, and I found out that cocaine use skyrocketed with the invention of the 24-hour bank machine. That was pretty much the end of everyone's willpower right there. So, well, I mean, I looked at the problem and I tried to come up with a solution, and I think that I've hit on it. It's called the mommy teller. I mean, it's like your mother. She won't just give you the money. She'll make you sort of justify it. I mean, can't you just picture yourself? It's like 1 o'clock on a Friday night, and you go up and, you know, you're punching it in. $25. You're all ready to go out and get a little something. And then comes the voice. Chester, what are you using that money for? You're not buying cocaine, are you? No, Mom. I'm paying off an old debt. I got a parking ticket at the disco, and, all right. I'm not going to give you a cent until you show me what you're buying. Well, all right, Mom. Take out this small package of cocaine. Look at that stuff. That is awful. That is all powder. There is no rocks. I'm not giving you a penny for that garbage.
Sorry, Chaplain. Had to make wee-wee real bad. Good finish? How was he?
He was great. He was the best I've ever seen him.
Great. What else you got for me?
You mean the kid's got a job?
Give me a break. I wouldn't book an act on your opinion, and you know it. Why don't you get a clue? Wake up.
But Nick.
Turn the lights on.
But Nick.
Read between the lines, Chaplain.
But Nick.
Next.
You told me you'd get me this gig, Chaplain. I've been waiting for this for 2 weeks. I need that money. When am I going to get that money, huh?
All right. Come by my office. I'll give you a loan.
I don't need no loan. I want free cash.
Okay, free cash.
And I don't need tomorrow either. I got to have that later today. I'm meeting my parole officer.
Oy vey. Osborne, let's go. You're on.
Respect! Incoming! Good luck. It's a rough crowd.
Oh, hello. I am Yoda. Yes. Oh, you are many. You are many. Impatient you are. Impatient you are. You know, if Yoda says something amusing, signify by exposing your breasts.
No, wait a minute. I know we'll get cards and letters now. No, I don't have an undesirable attitude towards ladies. It's not true. As a matter of fact, I've had a lot of very successful relationships. I remember my last girlfriend, well, we're not together anymore. It was a very romantic evening one time, and, well, she said the L word. And you know how it is when someone says the L word, that brought a quick, swift halt to that. But other than that, she was making a statement, not so much asking a question. Unlike the stupid rhetorical questions we get on a daily basis. Maybe they deserve a response, maybe not. There's so many of them. Let's start off early. Say you're the little kid, right? Your father's son? Do you want to get spanked? Oh, well, of course I do, Dad. You know I love that. I mean, what are you supposed to say? Do you want to get spanked? Well, Dad, you know my views on capital punishment, and I don't know if it's cohesive. Son, would you like to get spanked? And, you say something, spanked, I'm running, can I get back to you on that? What are you supposed to say to something like that? That's ridiculous. Son, would you like to sit home tonight? Dad, there's nothing more I'd rather do than sit home tonight with you and Mom. The high school, the game, God, everyone, the crowds and the pushing and the shoving and the dance, the loud music, and it hurt my ears and the perfume and my eyes would water. I'd much rather sit home here with you and Mom.
But of course, after that little display, you end up going out anyway, and so you're coming home, and it's late. And this little scenario goes on in every home across the nation all the time. It's late. You sneak into the kitchen. You don't want to wake anyone up, but you're buzzed, and you are hungry, and you need food, and you go into that kitchen. You stop. You look. There it is. Over on the kitchen counter, there's the light switch with 2 switches. You've lived in the house 10 years, but one of them turns on a light so you can get food. The other one turns on the garbage disposal, i.e., I'm home. But you've got to take that chance. Yeah, you're a sporting guy. You stop, you look, you lunge. The garbage disposal, oh no! And then all of a sudden, honey, is that you? Are you home? Click, on goes the kitchen light. Here you are in the kitchen. Hi, Mom. Have you been drinking? No, actually, Mom, I've been out witnessing for the Mormon Church throughout the evening, and what are you supposed to say to something like that? How about some more of those fun questions? Mr. Police Officer, we've been touching on this subject for years. Do you know why I've pulled you over? Is it because of the bumper sticker that say pigs suck on the back of my car? Is it that? Do you know why I pulled you over today? Is it because we have different views on how we're handling the situation in South Africa? No. Or invariably, it's you think, okay, it's a fine line. Should I tell off the cop or should I kiss up? I mean, you don't have many choices. You got 2. If you tell him off too quick, he's going to write you up. But then if you go and you start begging, right, and then the cop invariably will give you well, you should have thought about that before you ran over the 4 children. Hey, I'm not God, officer. Give me a break, But there's a lot more fun answers or snappy comebacks. Has anyone here ever had a job interview? Yeah, I didn't think so. But basically, here you are. You're sitting in your job interview. They'll sit there and they'll look across the desk, tapping their hands. Can you tell me some of your good traits? Yeah, I'm an Olympic gold medalist in 5 events, and I've found a cure to cancer, but I'm waiting till the market goes up a little bit. Well, can you tell me some of your weak points? Weak points. I appreciate you bringing that up. Weak points, yes. Sometimes, I know it's not that big of a deal, and I really shouldn't say anything, but sometimes I accidentally take too many narcotics and kill people. But I really need this job. Do you think there's some way we can still overlook it? Oh, please. And this is the way we live our lives.
But Nick, baby, I'm closing a deal on these dogs that sing. And I got this 3-year-old kid who bites iron bars and tap with his